plans for camping, because remember at Commonwealth Games it was difficult for most athletes to actually camp on time before the games. What are the plans for them this year before the games start?
Tell you there's a lead towards the Olympics. Right now this year, people started to go to camp this month, early next month. People are doing different competitions right now. They're going through different competitions. But we are aware that the All African Games is just around the corner. That is just I would say, a step, towards the Olympics. After that, there was serious intensive training coming up after the All African Games, which is proper towards the Games. For now, you might not be seeing so much of activities in the sporting sector. We're only having competitions all over. And the challenge we're having as I speak with you is what every Nigerian has, that's his election. So, immediately it's over, I can assure you, we are back. We're back.
Okay, hopefully so. Thank you so much for talking to us this morning. Okay, now let's move straight to the Super Falcons. Of course, they can't, and of course they've been given 4-day break because of the election to actually enable them participate in the election, which is coming up this Saturday. They will have to come back Monday, March 30th. And for the coach, well, he wasn't really happy about the draw they actually had. Well, in Mali, but there's nothing he can do about that, but just want the players to come have a better attitude and see how they can prosecute the game and pick a ticket for the All-African Games. For him, that is the focus right now before he will shift his focus to, well, the World Cup in Canada. And also, good news coming from the Super Falcons camp, where we have Francesca Odega. She has actually signed for Washington Spirit, a club in National Women's League in the United States. For her, she's really very happy about that. And of course, she told the media officer, talking about Gracious Akujobi, that it's a dream come true for her. And of course, she has been longing to actually play in United States. And not only that, she has been longing for this simply because she has been in Europe. She's 21, so she had much time to actually play the game. So playing in the top flight women's league in the US have actually been her dream. And this is definitely a good one coming from Francesca Odega, going to the US.
Awesome, Cecilia. Big move for Francesca Odega there. I think it will help her develop more into a really top echelon footballer in future. But because I want to go back to 1999 when Nigeria, the Falcons actually went to the USA and got to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. You remember the core of that team, a lot of them were playing professional football outside of the country. I'm talking of the likes of Messi Akide, Florence Magbeni, the Okosiemes, all those guys, all those ladies then were playing really professional football outside of the country, and it helped with the performance. Eventually, we lost. Nigeria lost to Brazil. I think 4-3 in the quarterfinals then, but they gave a good account of themselves. Ever since then, now we've not really got close to that particular performance. So I think
the best move is
awesome. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one for the Falcons. Now we have Asisa Oshola in Liverpool now. Although she made a debut actually yesterday for Liverpool against Sunderland ladies. They lost that one, but then I'm looking forward to a lot more better performances from Asisa Oshola. We have what's her name again? Desire. She's in France. Yeah, I believe the more Falcons that get to play in top leagues around the world, I think the better it will be for the team eventually.
Yeah, of course, for Francesca Odega, when she actually had a contract, in Sweden actually ran out, she had to come to the Super Falcons camp, training with them, and of course, she was even part of the players that played in Bamako against Mali. And of course, you would say that's really good spirit for a player to come from abroad and of course stay in camp, reminding the fact that she wasn't having any club at that time. But right now, she's gotten something really, really big and really, really huge for her. Well, the contract is definitely going to be for the season. Of course, she said she's keeping her mind open and hopefully she can get an extension for that contract. Okay, now after Super Falcons, just look at what the papers are saying. Of course, it's all about what the Super Eagles, and of course, the big one is Eagles' job. Keshi is returning. NFF approves Big Boss reappointment, but remember, Olajire says he's yet to sign. And Messi, the highest the richest with 47.8 million pounds. That's the money, okay, actually eclipsing Ronaldo, and that's one day. Yaman said it is sad, not a good one. The idea will be back on April 4th. And soccer star, and the big one is Messi richer than Ronaldo. Man City ready to pay 100 million pounds for Pogba. And of course, Amaju confirming that Keshi yet to sign new contract. And for complete sports, Uganda spoiled Yaman's party. Keshi returns. And that's the name. Farouk Mia. That's the name.
Yeah, that
you would definitely not forget him.
What it did yesterday was to rain on Yaman's parade. But then I'm sure Yana going into the game as a professional knows there were only three possible outcomes: a win, a loss, and a draw. And unfortunately, it turned out to be a loss.
Yeah, Farouk Mia, that was really good for him. Okay, now there's actually a new club, a new franchise club that will be joining the MLS Major League Soccer. Minnesota United will be the newest, but they will be joining the club in 2018. Let's look at the unveilings and, of course, what London Donovan has to say. Remember, he retired from LA Galaxy.
FC, beautiful game, united passion.
Wait, stand over here, Bob. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome Minnesota to Major League Soccer.
I don't think there's an issue with there being a lack of talent, and I think the league is on a great path, and we all trust that Commissioner Garber will continue to do the right thing by the league, which he's shown over a number of years now.
Obviously, doing the right thing.
Yeah, definitely. Cecilia, the MLS keeps growing. Obviously, it's not. You wouldn't really say it belongs to the top
20 clubs
tier.
now this season. Orlando City joining them, New York City joining the league.
Yeah, exactly. And you wouldn't really say it
It's
belongs
much
to the
more
top
than
tier.
the Bundesliga. You have 18 in the top flight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
MLS
So they
have
keep
20.
growing. So it's a good one. We have a couple of Nigerians playing there as well, to Martins and the like. So I'm loving it, really. I'm looking forward to seeing what Minnesota will do. In football, we know they have the Timberwolves, good side in the NBA. So we'll see what the football side does in MLS.
Some international friendly news now, of course. Cameroon, of course, won their game against Indonesia. Germany, what they thought Australia, they never thought it was going to be a walkover for them. By the end of the day, it ended 2-2. Just look at some international friendlies I played yesterday across the globe. Of course, Nigeria lost their game. South Africa, of course, won theirs. But some other clubs also won their own. But for Nigeria, we'll just stop talking about that. Now, looking at Zlatan Ibrahimovic,
yes.
He says he's really happy in Paris and all that after what happened and every other thing. And what do you think? Should he just leave after that incident and all that?
I don't know, but I think we just have to go. We go with what he's saying. He's happy in Paris, and that's the incident you're talking about after a game where he actually went ballistic on everybody, especially the officials. And ever since this happened, a lot of speculations has been he wants to leave. He doesn't like it in Paris and all that. But then it's come out to say he loves it there, so it's a good one. Zlatan is the best player in the whole of France for me. And if they're losing right now, then I think it will really affect the league as a whole.
And I think that was really, really hard for him, because when you look at a professional player like him, you expect him to, whatever he's saying, you just have to, with moderation and all that. Referees, we know what they do most times and all that. They ruin your games and all. But sometimes as a professional player, you just have to take it the way it comes.
Yeah, sometimes, but then sometimes you have to understand that the emotions
just let it
gets the better of you sometimes, and you lose control. That's what happened to Zlatan in that particular clip. But then it's come out to apologize already. So let's just move on.
Okay, moving on now. Okay, Alonso has been given all clear.
Awesome. I'm really happy. I'm happy and very chuffed for Alonso. We remember what happened at the Barcelona testing, and it was looking like another case of a serious injury. But then the news now is he's been cleared now. He's done the concussion tests, and he's been given the go-ahead to race in Malaysia. And we know he's back in McLaren as well now. So I hope he's really fit and ready to go to challenge Mercedes.
Okay, now for Mercedes, well, definitely they are actually at their best starting the season. With the winners, the continuation of what happened last season. Now, eight races they've won in a row. Now, this is really huge for Luis Hamilton and, of course, Nico Rosberg. They feel where the rivalry is actually bringing out the best in both of them. Let's get to listen to them.
Sepang is a tricky one with the humidity and the heat, so the configuration of the car is going to be completely different than in Australia. And of course, the pressure's on. We wanna deliver in Malaysia. We wanna deliver in our home race. But then that's the environment and that's the kind of pressure we love.
Humidity is a killer, yeah. But generally, I love coming here. I usually come and stay in the city for the first part of the week, and then you go back out and stay by the airport, which is obviously next to the circuit. And every year I've come, just had a fantastic time. Very, very warm welcome from the people here. And
a very constructive battle, which benefits the team a lot because we're both pushing each other to higher and higher levels. And yeah, and it's a great battle. To be fighting for race wins every single race at the moment is very special.
Very, very special indeed.
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
your
of
prediction
course.
for this weekend Malaysia Grand Prix?
I'm not looking past the Mercedes
1-2 again.
at all. I think it's safe to say right now they are the team to beat, and unless the other sides actually wake up, it might just be another dominant Mercedes season.
No, what Ferrari? I mean, you're having the big boy actually won it 4 times in a row, joining Ferrari and all that. You think they wouldn't really give them a push?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Ferrari right now are the best placed side to actually give Mercedes
Having
a
Sebastian
run.
Vettel with them.
Exactly, and based on the performance last time around in Australia, in Melbourne, the season opener, I think they're the best side to actually give Mercedes a run for their money. But then, like I said, Mercedes right now are the top side, they're the top dog.
Okay, and now another team I'm looking at is definitely Red Bull. You know, we don't have Sebastian Vettel with them, but we still have one man, Kimi Räikkönen. Is he going to do anything there?
I don't know. We'll see.
See what happens there.
I'm more looking forward to seeing what Daniel Ricciardo will do, for Red Bull. We remember last year he had a great year, and this time around I think he can consolidate, but it's going to depend a lot on the ability and the performance of his car.
Of his car, definitely. That is really key because for McLaren, they had to put some other things in place for them to ensure that they can even compete with Mercedes. That's the team definitely to beat this season in F1. Now we'll leave it with pictures coming from, well, the Miami Masters, where you have Sam Querrey and, of course, Juan Monaco advancing to the next round. The big show talking about the Federers and Nadal will be in action today. And, of course, tomorrow you get to see more action from there. Thank you so much for being part of the program. Business Money is up next. And, of course, Sports Night, don't forget to join the crew at 9 p.m. for more sports. Bye for now.
Game 7-inch, Sam Querrey. 2 sets of 6-4, 6-3. Good night, friends. Good fight. Thank you. Monaco.
Doesn't get any better than that. 4th try to slam the door.
Game, 7-9.
And it's done.
Monaco.
It's in the books.
This is Chuan.
It's official.
7-5, 6-7, 6-4.
It took some doing as Juan Monaco, just about an hour after he held his second match point in set number 2.